friends, I hope you guys got a lot out of yesterday's video. I know that mindset, obviously, like I said a million times, is so important, but today we're really going to get down into the nitty-gritty of the next steps you need to take in making money online. I am so excited to have you here. Don't forget to join our private Facebook group if you guys haven't already entered the group. It's full of amazing entrepreneurial spirited people that want to make a name for themselves online. So I'll provide that link for you guys, and let's go ahead and get started with module 2.
So today's module is all about how to discover your money-making skills, because I get so many people telling me that they do not have any applicable skills to make money online and they have no idea where to start. So we're really going to get into that today. So just to recap module 1, yesterday we talked all about why you should work for yourself online, how there is an endless amount of possibilities to make money with any kind of skill set and any kind of person, and also why mindset is so important and how to get in the right mindset by re-indoctrinating your mind with books and podcasts and YouTube videos and other inspiring people and success stories, and how that right there is going to fuel you to keep going when you do overcome hurdles and when you have a certain amount of self-doubt to begin with. And the last thing we talked about is also the path to getting started. And the next step is what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. So in this module, we are basically going to revisit mindset, because I think it's so important to always start off with that and really drill that home to you guys. That is the most important thing to having success in any aspect of your life. The second thing we're going to talk about is discovering your skills through past experiences, which I'm so excited. And the last thing is how to leverage your passions to find a niche. So let's start again with mindset. Why is mindset so important? You need to believe you can do it. If you don't believe you can do it, no one else is going to tell you, no one else is going to convince you. It's all in your mind. Everything starts with yourself. The other thing that is kind of depressing to talk about, but in my personal experience, it is something that I wish I knew from the beginning. But basically, it's a sad truth that if you want to have success in an area of your life or something where the people in your life have no experience with, it might intimidate them, it might scare them, they don't believe that it's possible, they're going to make you feel like what you're doing isn't the right choice because they have no personal experience in it and they haven't seen anyone with success do it. And that's why it's so important, you guys, to read and consume success stories from people that have already done it, because the people in your life are going to have no idea what you're doing and they're going to be honestly scared for you, especially if you invest any kind of money, even if it's only $100. They're going to tell you that they've never seen it done, so it must not be possible. So you have to just be aware of that and know that what you're doing is the right thing by believing in yourself and seeing other people do it as well. And the last thing why mindset is so important is because you need a certain level of determination for when things get tough. Because, for instance, if you're selling a product online and you have no idea how to navigate Facebook advertising, or you have no idea what SEO even stands for, which basically is how to rank your website in Google if you need that, depending on the business model you choose. But once you get stumped on any aspect of your business, you need to tap into the drive that it takes to fuel you forward to where you actually believe that you have all of the resources at your fingertips with using just like Google as a search tool or even YouTube to figure out how things work. You can learn absolutely anything online. You don't need to go to the library. Everything is right there if you spend the time and have the determination to go forward. The other thing that I really briefly want to touch on, but I think it's very important, is that you cannot have a limiting mindset. You can't believe that anything is quote unquote too saturated. Too many people are doing it. I can't do it because I'm not, smart enough, pretty enough, capable enough. I don't have enough money. Those are all limiting mindsets. So whatever you tell yourself in your head is what you're actually going to believe. So if you were to tell someone, like a child, for instance, that they can do anything they want, they can be a doctor, they can be the president, they can be an online entrepreneur, you're telling someone else that and you actually believe they can do anything. Why wouldn't you tell your own self that? So every day when you have the struggle of either like being a stay-at-home mom or a dad or going to work and being on that grind, you have limited time, tell yourself that you do have enough time. Believe that you can figure anything out on your own and you don't need anyone else to hold your hand. So you really got to get rid of the limiting mindset and don't tell yourself that you can't do etc. or you're too tired or you don't have enough time or you don't have enough support. You can do anything you want. You just have to erase that mindset. So let's go ahead and get into what skills do you already have to succeed, because everybody has sellable online skills and you have more skills than you think. So don't tell yourself you have no skills. Again, that's a limiting mindset. You have to believe that you have everything within your grasp. So what skills do you actually have? This is the golden question that I get all the time from people. They think that their experience isn't applicable to making money online. You might actually have more skills than you think. And definitely don't tell yourself that you have no skills, because like I said earlier, that's a limiting mindset. And I can almost guarantee that you have a few skills that already are necessary for making money online. And if you don't have them, you can teach yourself. So everything is really at your fingertips if you desire. The second thing I wanted to mention is skills aren't as apparent as just requirements for a job or schooling. So you definitely have to retrain your mind, because obviously for years, if you've taken the traditional route, you already know you go to school for 15 years plus, and you obviously get a college degree, depending on if you did that or not. Either way, you kind of look at skills differently than someone that is an online entrepreneur or just an entrepreneur in general. Because let's say if you're an accountant, obviously you're going to be really good at numbers and you're going to know how to do taxes and things like that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you need those skills to be successful online. You don't have to have like super crazy hard skills to succeed. So just keep that in mind. And there are other skills like personality wise that will take you much farther with making money online than if you were just relying on skills that you were taught in school. So you definitely have to think outside the box with your past experiences. So let's go ahead and talk about hard skills versus soft skills. So hard skills are basically skills that can be taught and measured. They're usually job specific and very task oriented. And soft skills are proven with experience and examples, and they're kind of more like traits. So the catch to this is you actually need both to succeed online. And if you have an unequal balance to them, that is totally fine. You can develop both of these skills along your journey. So some examples of hard skills, just so you guys get a little bit more knowledge, especially when you're trying to develop like the skill set you need for making money. So hard skills examples that you could possibly sell online have something to do with knowing how to do Microsoft Office, copywriting, graphic design, knowing a foreign language. Most of the time they do require certificates, training, or some kind of schooling. And then obviously soft skills is anything else. So that's like leadership training or development, critical thinking, teamwork, being self-motivated, all of those quote unquote fluff words that you put on your resume. Even though some people might call them like filler or fluff words on a resume, I personally believe that soft skills are absolutely critical to succeeding, especially being an entrepreneur online. They can't be quantified, but they can be proven through example. And that's really what's important, especially when you're trying to prove your worth online and sell something. So let's go ahead and do a really brief exercise to help you guys develop your skills. And definitely don't skip this. I know it's tempting to just go through all the slides, but in my opinion, this is your first step in your money making journey, is defining your skills, especially if you don't know what skills can make you money online. So go ahead and get a piece of paper. Think about all of your past jobs, your classes, your experiences, and list as many of your hard skills as you can. And obviously do the same for your soft skills. Try and remember standout moments and ask yourself, what skills did I use in this situation? It may help to actually ask others what your soft skills are, whether it's people at your work or even like your family members or friends, because there are things about your personality or just about like who you are innately that you might not recognize that can aid you in your journey. So you're probably asking yourself, what if I have no past experiences? What if I'm a high school student? Or what if I am a stay-at-home mom that has been with her kids for the last 5 years plus? Like, what if nothing applies to me? But there are ways to tap into skills that you may not know that you have. So definitely believe in yourself. And I know it's easy to say that there are no skills that you have that are applicable to working online. You might tell yourself that you're not good with numbers, you don't know how to write properly, you don't know how to do photography, or you have no idea how Facebook advertising works, for example. But I promise you guys, all of this stuff is learnable, and the skills that you already have inside you, especially like the skill of determination and the skill of being super laser focused and task oriented, and it will just help you keep on going. And also think beyond the face value of your work. Do you have any specialties or unique projects from your hobbies? For example, think about a stay-at-home mom. She might not have any, particular like actual job experience if she went from going to school to becoming a mom. But if that's you, look at your home. Is your closet particularly organized by type, color, season, brand? Maybe organization is a soft skill you have. Or if you're a troop leader of your local Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, you probably have leadership and time management skills. Or if you're super handy and you like to DIY things around the house, you might be really hands-on and you like to fix everything around your house. You could be a problem solver or also self-motivated by things that you can do with your hands. So looking at your particular skills will help define what particular business model you're going to choose to carve out the path that you want for your life. So just keep that in mind, and I will go ahead and touch on which kind of business model might be right for you a little bit later on. So the last thing I just wanted to briefly mention is that if you have absolutely no past experience, then go get experience. Work for free, intern, do side gigs, whatever you need to get some experience in the field you're passionate about. And we'll definitely touch more on that in the next module. I've personally had great experiences while working for free. It's not only helped increase my skill set, but it's really helped just beef up my portfolio to where when I did go pitch to clients or brands, not only as an influencer, but also just working for myself, like besides being a YouTuber for years while I was in college and even after college, working for free really helped me. And I think a lot of times it does get a bad rep just because, obviously you don't want to waste your time and your money and your resources working for someone else or another brand for free. You'd rather get paid. And I totally get that everybody's, input and everybody's work is valuable. And eventually you definitely want to start charging and you want to be fair and you want to know your worth in the business field. But I think if you have no experience, it is so much easier to just work for a couple months to build up your portfolio, depending on whatever field you're in. And then obviously get the experience that way to where you can start charging and you have something to back yourself. If that just means you can add more things to your resume, or if you have personal testimonials from clients you've worked with, anything that can help lend credibility to your name or your brand, I think is priceless. And even though in the end you want to start charging, I definitely think it's something to consider. People are always looking for help, even just one-off projects. So don't be intimidated by the fact that you might, approach like a brand or another person to work for free. Definitely explain to them that you're looking to do this long-term. You're looking to, replace your income doing this full-time, and this is your absolute passion. And what you're really looking for is to beef up your portfolio to where you can do this long-term. I think, you'll be surprised by brands or just people who are willing to help you. So definitely try that out if on the off chance you can't, exchange your skills or your services for money. So that is pretty much it for today's module. Thank you guys so much for listening to me, and leave a comment below. Again, I always appreciate your feedback. I thrive off of feedback. It helps propel me to create more inspiring and better content for you guys. And also let me know what your biggest struggles are. Are you new? Are you just getting started? Do you already have a business idea? Do you want to specifically launch a product or a service? I want to know and I want to chat with you guys. So yeah, definitely leave a comment below. Also join our private Facebook group. I will leave the link in the description box. And coming tomorrow is part 3. So I know the first 2 modules were more about mindset and what you need to get started, but part 3 and part 4 really get into it. I mean, we're talking about how to make your passion into a money-making niche. There are so many different people online that you can target specifically through advertising, or if you don't have money for ads, just organically. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do that in this course and give you a blueprint, a plan, and goals to achieve to where you guys know what your next step is. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.